The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit, and it's for the APW Worldwide Internet Championship. The referee of this contest, Sparky Ballard. Introducing first the challenger to my right, from Metropolis, weighing in at 225 pounds. He is the knockout artist, Chris Hero! And his opponent to my left, from Carneyville, weighing in at 220 pounds. He is the current and defending APW Worldwide Internet Champion, the Freak Jeckles!
Well, wrestling fans, this is going to be an epic contest for the Worldwide Internet Championship. I am so glad that I get to call this match. John Roberts here, along with the man CM Punk called the human embodiment of unity, KG Kevin Gill here at ringside.
Wow, thank you, John. Hell of an intro, and like you said, two incredible performers in this ring as Sparky Ballard holds that prestigious All Pro Wrestling Worldwide Internet Championship high above his head. So ironic that Chris Hero is here competing for this title. The last time he was in an APW ring, John, was in 2005, and his final match here at that time was attempting to attain the very title he's questing for tonight, brother.
You're absolutely right. He took on then champion MPT Mr. Prime Time and JJ Perez, Mr. APW OK, in a three-way one fall to a finish dance that MPT was able to retain the Worldwide Internet Championship by pinning JJ Perez. Hero, unfortunately, not involved in that pinfall at all. So now he has a chance one-on-one to go against the reigning champion, Jeckles, a man who, well, you know, Chris Hero's known as the knockout artist with that big elbow. He's going up against a man who's got an elbow of his own in Jeckles.
Absolutely. Chris Hero, you know, just a few years ago, I saw Chris Hero wrestle just about 1,500 feet from here, John Roberts, at the historic Cow Palace. Let's go both guys is the chant going up here. The fans love both. Jeckles, the long-running star of All Pro Wrestling, beloved, you know, now that he's on the right track and he's found his sunshine, his smile, so to speak. The kids love him, the adults love him too. But unprecedented to see his opponent here getting cheered as well. But these fans, even the young children, they have that knowledge and respect about Chris Hero. They probably read the Wrestling Observer.
You're probably absolutely
probably
right.
Read the Torch, have that VIP subscription.
Chris Hero, he's looking to add this title to the many titles that he's already held. Great knowledge there, Kiki. That was really awesome, by the way. I'm sorry, I completely stepped all over that.
Well, I feel like you know so much about Jeckles.
Jeckles is a genius when it comes to APW, and I use that term because I've heard it used about him by so many members of the locker room. It is very, very hard to beat Jeckles. He is in his 7th month as the APW Worldwide Internet Champion. Since winning that title, he's defended it so many times, most recently against Luster the Legend and SoCal Crazy. You know, he's defeated Brian Cage, Davey Richards, El Pistolar. The list goes on.
On and on. Crowd here so red hot, so receptive to see two people who love wrestling compete for this prestigious prize. And you know, you think of all the gold that Chris Hero has held all around this wrestling world. He's held belts in Chikara, in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, in Ring of Honor, in my home fed Juggalo Championship Wrestling. He's the reigning Evolve champion right now. You know what I mean? He's no stranger to gold, and he's the hottest free agent in the professional wrestling business following his recent departure from WWE.
Everyone wants to give a contract to this man, and it's crazy we were able to get him here tonight.
Very selective about where he appears and for whom.
But you know who wanted him to come to APW more than anybody else, right?
The fans?
Jeckles.
What?
Jeckles requested this match. He said, I want some of the toughest competition
Really?
around the world. I want to face Chris Hero, the knockout artist.
Well, I have even more respect for Jeckles than I did, but isn't that a fool's errand? Isn't that a fool's mission to bring in the hottest free agent in professional wrestling and put the very prize you hold more dear than anything on the line?
It's quite possible.
Jeckles could have phoned it in and gotten Rusty Brooks Jr., you know what I mean? Or Frankie Williams III.
But he's a fighting champion. He has defended that title so many times throughout the last 7 months, and he's held the title before. He's held the APW Universal Heavyweight Championship. He is just a tag team championship shot away from being a Triple Crown winner here in All Pro Wrestling. So definitely a fighting champion, has always defended whatever title is around his waist.
You're right, and now he's even just, putting the word out and wanting and willing these things to happen. I never knew Jeckles had PMA, but he's manifested his vision. What is going on?
Everyone is saying this is awesome, and I couldn't agree with them more. The goosebumps on the back of my neck are standing up, and they have goosebumps on top of them, KG.
I think it was $15 for a seat, John Roberts, but these people in Daly City are only going to need the edge of it tonight.
I completely agree with you, 100% KG. I think you're sitting on the edge of your seat right now as well.
I am. I'm kind of hovering. I'm doing like a gathering porta potty float here, hovering right above my seat.
Well, Jeckles dropping that elbow, driving it into the sternum of Chris Hero as he goes for a cover, but only able to get a 1 count. Senior official Sparky Ballard right there to make the count, but now Jeckles dumping Hero to the outside, who lands on his feet.
You talk about wrestling history. I was the referee the night that Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli, a.k.a. Cesaro, won the Juggalo Championship Wrestling Tag Team Championships of the world.
That was one of the greatest tag teams in the history of professional wrestling.
It sure was.
I really wish Chris Hero had been able to stay with the WWE to stay
5 minutes
together
has elapsed in this championship match.
and reform that tag team. Could you imagine if they were both Paul Heyman guys?
Wow. Quite a history, but Chris Hero doing incredibly well on his own. The man has taken his life, his future, his career into his own hands, and from where I sit, the view is all right, in demand in every city of the world, every weekend of the month. And as you said, John Roberts, we were very lucky to get Chris Hero here tonight. It's almost like, competing promoters put out bids for this man's services. That's how in demand he is. It's not that you want to book him on the 13th. It's 7 people want to book him on the 13th.
We just got to be the lucky ones who made the phone call first. Hero just got dropped on the back of his head with that German release suplex from the champion.
Now, was it a suplex or a shoeplex?
Shoeplex?
I believe you said shoeplex. I thought that might have been a Gagne modified pronunciation like souffle. But I digress, John Roberts.
Only on the verticals, my friend.
The
Covered.
freak.
Only for a 1 count. It looked like Hero was in charge, put a couple of big boots right into the temple of the champion. But right now, Hero's the one who's down on his knees with Jeckles standing tall over him.
Jeckles using those, or not using those very ominous boots. They just kind of lurking there the whole time. You never know what. I just always picture an opponent's mouth getting fish hooked with those boots, or even tearing at the eye socket. Even inadvertently, it's just another hazard in the ring.
Well, it's something that Hero's going to have to look out for, but at the same time, Jeckles going to have to watch out for that elbow from Chris Hero, the elbow that has won him so many titles, including Ring of Honor championships. So there's a cover, 1, 2, only a 2 count, and countless other titles.
We talked about it, John Robert. His history runs deep, and the thing is, the best part about Chris Hero and his career trajectory is he's not done picking up gold yet. And it doesn't matter whether it's tonight, whether it's in Tokyo, whether it's in Copenhagen, whether it's in Amsterdam, whether it's in San Diego, New York City, Philadelphia, Detroit, Cleveland, Columbus, Toledo. It doesn't matter.
Or
Arkansas,
Daly City.
Or Daly City. It doesn't matter. Chris Hero's going to be there. He's going to put his heart on the line. And him and Jeckles are now trading these shots with great intensity here. Very evenly matched. No clear advantage here for either man.
Hero with those knife edge chops looked like he was going to try and whip Jeckles over. Oh, and instead, Jeckles, using his power, throws Hero into the turnbuckle corner, and he goes all the way to the outside.
Now I see why you call Jeckles a freak. It's also freakish strength. It's not just a mental thing. It's a physical thing with the freak, John. Freakishly strong, freakishly crafty.
Well, let's try to take a look at that replay on the monitor. Hero goes for that.
Whoa!
Wow. He was trying to throw him to the outside. Instead, it's Jeckles who comes out on top.
Now back to live action, John, because look at this. Jeckles now just can't even wait for Sparky Ballard. You know, moments ago we saw handshakes and respect, but now in competition, it's all coming out in the wash, John Roberts.
Well, both men want that pretty purple belt that's sitting right here, right in front of us on our announce table.
There it is.
Jeckles going for the cover, opting not to hook the leg. And it cost him right there. He thought he had 3. Maybe if he had hooked the leg, put a little more pressure onto the shoulders of Chris Hero, he'd have done it. Drops the elbow into the sternum. And another one for good measure. It looked like Hero was trying to counter him. Instead, he meets a third one. And Jeckles just trying to emphasize that was
anything, right? Anything with 3. He's establishing to the ref the parameters of a 3 count, demonstrating them with elbow drops, and then attempting to get the pin. Not successful for the Freak.
Well, this crowd is enjoying this match right now. We hope you are too. Jeckles with that big forearm just rocking the teeth of Chris Hero, who's trying to will himself back in. He's trying to fire himself up, KG.
He is trying to fire himself back up, John Roberts, but here's the thing. When every 8 seconds you have a demented, painted-faced freak unloading these forearm elbow smash bombs in your temple, it's hard to fire back up. You might just get fired right out. You might burn out. Bo! Did you hear that?
I could hear that. That was loud.
It was like a
impactful.
gunshot went off here in Daly City, and that's no unusual occurrence, let's just say.
Oh, and there's another one from Jeckles. Oh, he went for the knife edge shot, but he's getting countered by Jeckles.
Is he blocking?
He's blocking, getting that left forearm up.
Wasn't expecting that. Jeckles having, whoa! Has Hero well scouted.
Showing that athleticism. Bringing the boot between the second and third rope, meeting the teeth of Jeckles.
And it's not just athleticism too, it's agility, getting that boot up in the face, and boom! Look at that textbook crisp delivery.
10 minutes has elapsed in this championship match.
We might not make it to 11 minutes in this championship match.
Sitting out with that clothesline has got Hero in control right now. He's making a comeback. Is he going to be able to pull a victory? Corkscrew, neck breaker, and he kips up.
Whoa. Incredibly impressive as always.
It looks like Hero is sensing the end is nigh. Here he comes.
Got him with that big KO shot. No, Jeckles with the counter.
Hero meets him with that Yakuza kick.
Yakuza kick on point, right near the ropes.
Oh, and Jeckles able to kick out.
And you can tell Jeckles doesn't know where he is right now because he opted not to go to the rope, which was nearby. He instead exerted his body to get that pin, to push Chris Hero off of him. And that could be, that one little mistake like that is all Chris Hero needs.
And at the same time, let's look at the ring awareness of Chris Hero hooking the outside leg so that Jeckles couldn't swing that leg over.
Correct.
And now Jeckles still not having the energy, it looked like, or not using the wherewithal, a lazy cover, just barely picking that leg up.
But like you said, John, is it lazy or is Jeckles running out of gas? He's been through so much in the last 12 to 18 months.
Springboard.
Oh!
Look for the moonsault, he got caught.
He ended up, look at that, he went for some kind of a back headbutt splash right into the abdomen.
Oh, and Hero almost had the victory that time.
Chris Hero with that quick presence of mind, countering for that, I don't even know what you would call that, but it ended up head to the sternum, taking the wind out of Hero. Hero countered. Jeckles now counters with the backslide. This is it.
No, so close to having a new worldwide internet champion. Hero able to kick out just in the nick of time. But now Jeckles using that offense. Oh, both men looking for that discus forearm. And both men are down in the center of the ring.
This may be it here, John Robert. 2 men, both delivered critical blows, critical mass blows, contusions to the October.
Both men are probably going to have concussions after this match, especially with those forearm shots.
Just from that,
elbow.
Yeah, the point of those elbows, there's no give there, John Robert. I see you looking at your own elbow and wonder. And yes, if you or I caught one of those elbows, we would be straight in the hospital. Hero now, they're about to make physical contact again. Hero kicks him right on the point of the chin, but Jeckles, look at these two exchanging kicks to the face, punches, forearms. What's it going to take? What kind of a physical price are you going to pay to either retain or to capture this gold?
Well, Hero with that big boot now. Both men trading the toe of that boot, getting everything behind it. Knife edge chop from Hero across the upper chest and throat of Jeckles. But did you see that sly smile?
I did.
From Jeckles, the champion. It looks like he's just toying with him, but taking all this abuse.
Ooh, that's got to be it. Jeckles has got to be unconscious on the ropes. No.
Wait a minute.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my
Are you kidding
God!
me?
He's going to
2
retain
and
3.
What?
Wow!
Unbelievable, John.
Jeckles, that should have been it. The bell should have sounded. Jeckles, the impact from that. Go for the moonsault, nobody home! Hero.
Nobody was there. Chris Hero fires up with the roaring elbow.
Roaring elbow connects.
Wait a minute. One more for good measure, right on the point of the chin. Hooks the leg. 2, 3. Unbelievable. Chris Hero's done it.
By pinfall and the new APW Worldwide Internet Champion, the Knockout Artist, Chris Hero.
History's been made, John.
The last time we saw Chris Hero in an all-pro wrestling ring, it was in the garage in Hayward, California. Hero was going for the Worldwide Internet Championship. He was unsuccessful that night. But here, Friday the 13th, 2014, mark this day in history, KG. Chris Hero is the new Worldwide Internet Champion.
They say Friday the 13th is bad luck, John Roberts, and who knows, maybe for Jeckles it was. But everything's coming up roses for Chris Hero. Triumphant victory. One title that has eluded him.
And let's give it up for your new APW Worldwide Internet Champion, Chris Hero.
Well, we've got a video package to look at, but we're going to have to wait just a moment because this action may not be over yet.
It's not over. Chris Hero's going to deliver that one more death blow to send a message to the entire wrestling world, John Robert. This may be the very destruction of Jeckles.
Wait a minute. Jeckles, I think.
Hero, I think, still wants to fight him.
Hero pulling him back out into the center of the ring for a sign of respect. Wrestling fans, John Roberts backstage at APW Friday the 13th. I am standing here with the man who just won the APW Worldwide Internet Championship, Chris Hero. Chris, let me be the first to congratulate you, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Chris, we also found out tonight in the Lucky 7 Gauntlet match that your first title defense is going to come up against Mr. Athletic Jeff Cobb. Any words for the #1 contender to your Worldwide Internet Championship?
Before I get into that, it's important for me to let everybody know how much this means to me. I broke into the business in 1998 in the heyday of APW. Guys like Vic Grimes, Mike Modest, Donovan Morgan, a guy I admired very much, Aaron O'Grady, and soon personal friends of mine like Bison Smith or Jody Christofferson. And I have been here once before, and I challenged for this belt once before, and I was unsuccessful. But to come back here and to win this championship, it means such a great deal. I hold APW in the highest regard, and I am ready to come back, and I'm ready to defend it against whomever. Mr. Athletic?
Yes, sir. Mr. Athletic, Jeff Cobb.
Mr. Athletic. Well, Chris Hero used to be pretty athletic once upon a time. So next time when I come back and I defend this title, maybe I'll throw some elbows, maybe I'll do some backflips. You never quite know. But I will give my best for the APW fans. I'm going to put on a show, and I'm going to knock somebody out.
Strong words from the new Worldwide Internet Champion, Chris Hero.